Thoughts and emotions. What to do when you're discouraged. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory. The one who lifts my head high. Psalm 3:3 NIV. Everyone experiences times of frustration and distress over unfulfilled hopes and dreams. When things don't go according to our plans, it is normal to feel disappointment. But we must be careful how we deal with that feeling, because disappointment is the beginning stage of depression. If we remain in a state of disappointment for too long, it can turn into discouragement, despair, and finally depression. Now, I want to say that depression can be the result of many things. It sometimes includes a chemical imbalance or other factors, and these are important issues to address. But depression is also a very real spiritual issue, and we can combat it with these spiritual weapons. It's normal to feel sad temporarily when we face hard times, but we must not stay sad. Just as we cannot afford to stay mad very long, neither can we stay sad very long. If we do, Satan takes advantage of the open door and pushes his way further into our lives, bringing more serious problems with him. Many times, our number one enemy is emotions. We tend to be led by how we feel, but we must realize that feelings are fickle, they change from day to day. And because feelings influence our thoughts, we shouldn't follow every thought that comes to our mind, because our thoughts and feelings don't dictate truth to us. For many years of my life, I experienced depression on a frequent basis. I would awaken many mornings with a little voice in my head saying, "I feel depressed." I believed this was my own thought, not realizing that the enemy was influencing my mind. But when I began seriously studying God's Word and getting closer to Him, I learned that I didn't have to follow every feeling and thought that I had. So, I began to resist the thoughts and feelings of depression and say, "I will not be depressed." During those times, I would begin thinking and speaking positive things from God's Word. I would also stop and begin worshiping God in the midst of the pain. When we worship, it invites God's presence into the midst of our situation. Psalm 22:3. Even though I didn't always feel like praising God, I could still set my mind to take the thoughts of depression captive by thanking Him for who He is and all He's done for me. It was a wonderful day when I realized that I didn't have to be controlled by my feelings. We will always have feelings, but when we do the right thing and don't give up, our feelings will eventually catch up with our decisions. Study tips. Read the following scriptures: Psalm 3:3, Isaiah 61:3, Psalm 27:13, Jeremiah 29:11, Psalm 16:11. What do each of these verses promise us? What part do our thoughts play? Prayer. If you're dealing with difficult circumstances or something that threatens to overwhelm you, I encourage